Oh, God damn it. I forgot to start the
I'm
recording.
hanging up on you.
Oh, no.
I'm hanging up on
No.
you. I'm
No,
hanging
we have
up
to
on
start over. We have to
you.
start
No,
over.
no,
We have to start
no,
again now. We have to go
no,
now.
no. I hate you so much.
We got 5 minutes in, man. It's okay.
We were doing so well, and I'm so
We were doing
bitter.
okay. The magic is still there. Let's keep going. Come on.
I can't believe you. I can't. I hate it.
It was bound to happen, and it's kind of a miracle that it...
Just introduce the stupid show.
Welcome to episode 24. Welcome to the second take of episode 24 of Stuck in the Middle with You, a podcast where two guys... I don't even remember the name of the fucking line I do because this is the second time that we're recording. Like a jackass, we started recording our show, and we were in a groove, and Derek, the dumbass producer, forgot to launch the recorder. And
I hate
and
everything. I hate everything. Hi, I'm Juan.
My name is Derek Gane, the dumbass producer. And my
innocent human being who was dragged along.
Motherfucker, I'm fucking running this show on my end, completely independent of you.
Yes. Okay, whatever.
I edit this thing, I post it, I run the Tumblr. Cut me some slack, come on.
I know, I'm cutting you loose.
So we're gonna skip the formalities and go right to it because we don't want to lose some of that pod magic. What movie did we do this time, man? This was your pick.
We did a lovely little movie by Annie Howell and Lisa Robinson called Small Beautifully Moving Parts.
Yes, longtime listeners will no doubt realize that this is the first movie we covered that was directed by a woman, no less. This is two women's work on this particular film. And we apologize that it's taken us this long, but we have a sort of a small sample size of movies.
A woman's work. I'm sorry, like the second you said two women's work, I kind of, like I went to Kate Bush. Like that's where I go.
Well, that's hardly a bad place to go.
I know. Anyway, yeah, this is the first time we've done anything by a woman. But yeah,
yes.
it is very limited.
Yeah,
but I'm glad I actually liked it, which always makes me happy.
I thought it was okay. I mean, we'll get to why, but
yeah.
But this is Small Beautiful Moving Parts. This was released in 2011, a featherweight cream puff of a movie, 70 minutes long, really short by any metric.
Which I am incredibly appreciative for because I've gotten so tired of watching long movies lately. I can't do it anymore.
Well, two things about that. One, I just watched Hateful Eight like yesterday, and the 3 hours and change flew by. It's the fastest 3 hours I've spent in the movie theater, like, in forever.
I mean, they fly by if you're like, I don't know, like if it like they flew by the first time, but you need that intermission. But the second time, like,
yeah, it was very considerate of Quentin Tarantino to program a pee break in the middle of the movie.
You desperately need it, but like the second time I saw it, I was dying of hunger, and I wanted to die, just die the entire time. But anyway.
And the second thing though is even though this movie is like 70 minutes long, it still feels about 10 minutes too long.
I don't agree. I don't think it feels 10 minutes too long.
But there's like 10 minutes of stuff I would cut. But that's just me.
No, I think it's like perfectly length. But okay.
Before we get into any of that bullshit, Juan, what in the name of God is Small Beautifully Moving Parts about?
Okay, so Small Beautifully Moving Parts is about a young woman named Sarah Sparks, who is played by Anna Margaret Hollyman, who I adore. And she's this like tech geek. She's like a freelance technologist. She describes herself as, and she's sort of like fascinated by how things work.
She's a tinkerer. She's a maker. There's an introductory montage of her just going to town on these machines, like fixing up radios and whatnot.
Yeah,
computers,
phones, toasters. I don't know.
Was there a toaster?
I feel like there was. I don't remember.
But the one thing that was definitely involved in that intro was a pregnancy test.
Yes, it was. And so she is sitting in the bathroom looking at a pregnancy test, and all of a sudden she finds out that she is pregnant by her boyfriend Leon, who is played by Andre Holland, who is awesome on the Nick, just saying. And he's actually very good in this. I really liked him. He has a very casual performance.
One thing that I want, like, it's great that you pointed this out because there's some I wanted to say about the acting style in this movie, which by and large is very naturalistic. Like Andre Holland's performance is very naturalistic, very unforced, very charismatic. But there's some non-professional actors that, while not performing at an amateurish level, don't quite reach that other level of polish. So it's caught in this sort of uncanny valley of performance where it's like half natural and half artificial.
Yes, I can see that. But at the same time, they're two main. I mean, I don't want to say they're main actors because she's the lead clearly, and he's supporting. But like, I feel like both of them work so well that it doesn't necessarily matter.
Here's the thing: they're great together, but the second you get the lead actress apart, that's when the uncanny valley starts showing a bit more, and especially when that character's sister is involved.
Wait, who? His sister?
No, not his sister, her sister.
Okay, because I mean, there's both. That's why
the role that if this movie had more budget or clout, probably would have been played by Amy Adams or Isla Fisher.
If it was like a very, or no, actually, there's this actress in there's another movie that Anna Margaret Hollyman's in, and she plays the main actress's sister, and it's called Gaby, and it's actually really distracting how not super similar, but like they look genuinely like sisters. I can't remember her name now, and I'm so frustrated. I wish
lead actress in Gaby.
Yes, I wish she had played her because I think she's like I love her. I think they make such good siblings. But that's what's her name? Jen Harris.
Yeah, Wikipedia. Well, Google informs me that it's Jen Harris.
Yeah.
And that could
such
be
good siblings.
So yeah, a small nitpick about that intro scene is that the way the camera's placed, she's clearly on the bowl looking at the pregnancy test, but the way Andre Holland comes in, it looks like that toilet is either like 3 feet high or perched on like a step or something.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
because the way that Andre Holland comes in, it looks like he's like, you remember that duck walk that Kurt Russell does in the computer work tennis shoes?
But isn't he squatting?
I don't know, because he kind of comes up, and it doesn't look like he's squatting. He looks like he's, like, leaning. It looks like almost like he's leaning in.
Okay. I mean, I feel
like I said, this is a very minor gripe, and it doesn't really – it's not a point in the movie's favor or, like, a point against it. It's just, like, it's a quirk. It's a quirk.
Okay, that's fine. And, I mean, there's not any particular directorial flourishes here to look out for all that much.
Really.
Except for, although I do want to discuss these kind of sidebar moments that the film has, specifically where like she interviews people.
Yeah, there are these like sort of man on the street interviews that don't entirely work.
No, like that's the thing. I don't think they don't work. I mean, they're a little strange, but
they're very strange.
Like they're offbeat and they're quirky and they're obvious. I mean, like the whole movie is a little. I don't want to say quirky as a whole.
Well, here's the thing: as a whole, it isn't.
It isn't.
So that's why it feels like these quirkier elements feel if not forced, and at least out of place.
I wouldn't say out of place.
Because you've got Andre Holland's sister, and you've got the sort
Andre Holland's sister is such a strange. She's Susan Kelechi Watson is the actress's name, and her sister's Towie, and she's so strange.
She plays like a masseuse mystic.
All of the characters here are so strange, but I kind of like it's. Would it be completely ridiculous of me to suggest that? This is going to sound so stupid and weird.
Go ahead.
But it's like if the people that you would encounter, not necessarily in like a surreal movie, but like in something between surreal and real, like let's just say like true stories,
right?
But more like actual human beings instead of these very strange things that are in true stories. Like I know that sounds like a ridiculous comparison to make.
It's definitely an odd comparison to make,
but it makes sense, right?
If literally everyone else in the film were like a True Stories light character and not just the sister.
But okay, it's not just the sister though. I mean, I would extend it to so in the film, Sarah goes to find her mother to sort of like confirm to herself that she may or may not be able to do, like, to be a mother herself. Even
Here's
though
the
she
thing,
has
though,
a
man.
horrible
You're kind
relationship with her mother.
you're kind of burying the lead because this whole thing involves technology. Remember, it's a strain that the movie doesn't keep all the way through, really. But the idea is that Sarah, this tinker, this maker, this sort of I guess engineering nerd or whatever it is, has trouble coping with the emotional side of potential parenthood and has to go see her estranged mother who lives off the grid.
That is a much better explanation. And her mother doesn't want to see her because, but yeah, this is where I'm leading into the strangeness. She lives in this sort of weird,
Like a commune.
yeah, like a commune, and they all have taken a quote unquote vow of silence, which like multiple people break while she's there. But I actually I loved how the scene when she first gets to the commune is shot. Like, every time she walks into a room, and her facial expressions, where all of these people are just sitting there staring blankly into the distance, and she's just trying to get in communication with some of them. And see, like, that's where these little strange moments, they're still real, but they're also
they're kind of odd,
offbeat.
Okay, yeah.
Like, it's not just her sister-in-law, I guess.
No.
Because her sister's pretty normal, although a little, like, unbearable. Her father is a little, like, off, but, like, he's just like a dad. Like, he is
probably the most dad character I've seen in a good long while.
Exactly. He's, like, a very, very plainly a dad. But yeah, no, I enjoy those little, like, those weird offbeat things. It's interesting. It's funny because I was reading Rob Ebert's review, who gave it 3 out of 4 stars, and at one point he describes it. He describes those moments especially when she goes to the Grand Canyon, and he describes it as where she snaps a family photo of some tourists and quizzes them like she's Errol Morris doing a blog on photography. And I thought that was such an interesting little comparison to
Errol Morris.
Yeah. And, like, in my defense, I haven't seen a ton of Errol Morris, but I thought it was a very amusing little comparison.
Errol Morris.
You're, like, baffled by this concept.
Like, it's because, that, and also because it comes off the heels of you comparing it to a fucking David Byrne movie.
That's true. We're on a roll with comparisons. This is
like, I wanted to go back to the commune because one thing that I will give credit to this movie for, it has the saving grace of unpretentiousness, because
absolutely everything about this movie is meant to be. It's a small movie. It's
a small movie about small stakes, and it doesn't have any sort of pretensions to anything else. It's got one thing it wants to do, and it does it. It doesn't have it doesn't have the thing that I knocked Jolene about many moons ago, where I feel like tone and content didn't really quite go together, where the aspirations of the writer-director and the actual content of the film are at odds. This is perfectly in sync. This is, like, right on the money.
Yeah.
And to that end, I want to say that in weaker hands, that's opening scene of the commune where all the, like, old people doing the meditating and the not talking and everything would have been either hilarious, like, ha ha ha, look at these people not responding, get it, because they're off the grid, they're not reachable, ha ha ha, or it would have been fucking terrifying. Because that's, like,
but I feel like it strikes
a
pretty solid. I don't want to say it strikes a solid balance between the two.
But no, as it stands, like, it's just weird. It's not off-putting. It's just sort of strange, which, like, I guess falls into this whole thing you're talking about. Vis-a-vis sort of the Byrne-esque tone of the film at times.
I'm glad that out of all the comparisons I could have made, it just ended up on David Byrne.
I certainly didn't expect a reference to true stories in this episode, but hey.
I mean, hey, Stop Making Sense is how I roll. But
that's a Jonathan Demme movie, but okay.
I know. I don't give a fuck, there. I'm just mentioning Stop Making whatever. Okay.
You're not making sense.
It involves David Byrne, you asshole. her drawing of her, like, quote unquote spirit animal.
Oh yeah, the light bulb.
Which, like, I kind of love that it's a lizard with a light bulb. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I thought it was so like again, it's such a little quirky, offbeat thing, but I like it. I appreciate that this like I don't know, I appreciate how silly it is without feeling
Goofy.
like it's yeah. Like that doesn't make sense necessarily. I mean, probably just to you, but
There's a very fine line
like it doesn't
separating
feel
silliness and goofiness.
like it's hey, yeah, because like I don't know, it's very different to me from most of these movies that are like these small independent movies that like go to Sundance or South by Southwest. It's like a lot of them feel like they're just kind of trying to nudge the comedy at you, and they're like it feels very manufactured silliness, and this doesn't. It's all very natural, and that's what I like about this movie. Almost everything about it is very, very natural.
Yes, it's very
Even if
linear.
it's a little weird and quirky and offbeat.
It's very linear.
Yes,
It's very organic in the way that it comes to like this
organic is like a perfect word for it,
weirdness.
honestly.
Now
Hmm.
that it doesn't sort of build on that organicness to sort of beef up might be my one of the gripes I have with the film, because
Yeah.
it does, as it stands, feel very gossamer and cream puff like. Like it has really nothing to grab onto other than what is literally there.
I'm gonna throw this question back at you, and you're gonna be like, "Meh," but like, does it have to be anything more than that?
It doesn't have to be anything more than this. But then it comes, now we're outside of the realm of is this movie any good, into what do you like in a movie? This is a very small potatoes comedy drama shot with not a ton of directorial flair. The acting is very naturalistic and sometimes uncanny valley amateurish. Doesn't happen too often, but happens a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And everything is wrapped up in a nice, tight little bow. There's very little things that are extraneous. Everything happens for a reason. There's good threadbare plots and there's bad threadbare plots, but this almost defies being categorized good or bad because there's so little of it.
But see, like I disagree. I think it does everything that it wants to do so well, and I think it's a very
See, I think
very
it does
well
it
made
okay.
movie for as A, small scale, B, small budget, C, just like it wants to tell one story, and that's what it does. And I'm fine with I like that. I like that it does that so well. And I feel like if we were placed into someone else's shoes, I guess, maybe, I feel like this movie doesn't necessarily affect us as much as it might someone else, potentially like a pregnant woman.
Yeah, someone who gets pregnant, yeah.
Yes. If someone who gets pregnant were to watch this and maybe they were having issues with their parent, like I mean, like I feel like parent-child issue movies they tend to appeal to people who have issues with said parent more than anyone else.
But this leads to another interesting conversation, and this kind of like falls into stuff that I've been hearing a lot about Hateful Eight and other movies, is that does a movie's quality depend on whether or not the characters and situations are relatable?
Not necessarily.
How
I think it can change the experience for some people. And as you were saying, like you think Small Beautiful Moving Parts is like fine and
I think
okay
it's fine.
made.
It's okay.
I think it's good.
I will
think
I will
it's well
probably
made.
I'll probably never think about this movie again after this, but that's not a knock against it.
Yeah.
The question then becomes, is this movie just fine or okay because it is so small potatoes?
I mean, for you, I guess. I feel like I would actively recommend this to certain people who are who are interested in certain things. I mean, if they
maybe I look for a little bit more zip in my movies. Maybe I need like the screenplay to be punched up a little bit, with a little bit more crackle in the screenplay. Maybe a little more flair in the direction. Maybe a little more robustness in the performances. As it is, I think it's the best possible version of this kind of movie. But to what end this kind of movie interests me and moves me is a separate question.
Okay. We got to I guess what I was like the point I was trying to make.
There we go.
Yeah, because it's just not something that interests you.
Well, it's not.
But anyway,
it's like if someone came to me and said, "Would you recommend this movie to me?" I'd say it's really small stakes. It's kind of a really, really small scale festival comedy drama.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as like budget and resources concerned, I think it's probably the best possible version of this movie. But I mean, it's very featherweight. It like runs through your fingers like so much desert sand.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I also have like a slight fondness for certain road trippy type movies where they feature like cross country travel and also just very different lifestyles from all the individuals people visit. It's kind of why I really love Away We Go, the Sam Mendes movie that like everyone's always like, yeah, it's a good movie, but like I don't understand why you like it so much. And I'm like, because it's gorgeous. I love Away We Go.
I really like Away We Go. But here's why I like this movie better.
I say this as like it's my like Away We Go is literally my favorite Sam Mendes movie.
I think it might be mine as well. Maybe Skyfall.
Probably. Yeah.
But here's the thing. John Krasinski and Maya Rudolph are better actors. The screenplay kind of crackles with life a bit more.
Okay, but they're also, in fairness, more experienced.
I mean,
actors in a higher budget movie.
There's more to Away We Go than this.
And there's also more of a like, I don't want to say like more of a relationship focus, because this movie is technically all about Anna Margaret Hollyman's character, Sarah.
I feel like there's just more to it.
I mean, it's a very different movie. I was just using it as like a kind of reference point for.
It's like making a stew in a weird way. If the composite ingredients are like of a higher quality, or there's just something to them, the end result is like chunkier and more and heartier, which is a weird way to describe a relatively low budget Sam Mendes movie.
I guess.
But you were talking about movies about road trips and of alternate lifestyles and all that. And you know what else is a movie that can be described like that? Two-Lane Blacktop.
Oh my god, see, okay.
Which is literally one of my favorite movies of all time.
I'm sorry, I've never seen Two-Lane Blacktop.
Oh man, it's so good. I think that was like
I feel like it's such a, like every time I look at the cover, I'm just like, I don't think I'll like this. And I'm sure I will once I sit down and watch it. But it really just makes me think like, oh, this is just like some bro racing movie every time I see it. And I just, like, it puts me off from watching it.
I don't know, man. It's James Taylor and Warren Oates.
Again, I'm sure if I watch it, I'll like it, but like, it looks kind of like a racing movie, and I just don't care.
Well, it kind of is, but it's not about the racing. It's an existential, because every movie in the 70s, I think, by contract has to be
everyone says, yes, everyone. Again, I'm not knocking it. I'm putting it off.
Which is fine, but I mean, that's a dope movie. But yeah, I mean, but that thing is sort of, constructed with ellipses, and it has sort of these disaffected, weird performances by James Taylor and Warren Oates, and even Dennis Wilson from the Beach Boys. And the sound design in it is incredible. It's those little things that add up to something more robust. Okay. Small Beautifully Moving Parts is in itself a small, beautifully moving part, but I'm more concerned and sort of appreciative of fucking just rigs,
I know you are. But I really enjoyed this movie. And I feel like, I mean, maybe I'm like partially biased because I really do like Anna Margaret Hollyman and pretty much everything she's in, like everything I see her in. I'm just like, I love you. Like, I like you more and more every single movie I see you in. And the first time I had ever seen her was in White Reindeer, Zach Clark movie. And then I saw her in a short film called Social Butterfly, which I really liked her in too. She had like 5 seconds in Sleeping with Other People that I saw this year, which is like pretty great. Not great movie, but it's a very, very good movie as well. And she's so funny in it. She's such a good comedic actress. And then immediately after watching this movie, I actually watched Gaby, which was formerly mentioned. But I liked her in that a lot too. She's so good. She should be in so many more movies, honestly. I really like her. I wish she was in so many more movies. But anyway, that's just me like rambling on. I think she's just so good at like doing both comedy and drama. And she knows how to handle dark comedy as well, but I'll get into that later.
So I think we've gotten there's only so much we could say about a short, small stakes, kind of pared down 70-minute movie. So I think we're going to go on ahead and go to the final judgments on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I stand by. Oh wait, there was one scene that I really liked. When she's at her her baby shower thing, and I know like a ton of movies have done this before, and a ton of TV shows have done it. But like the moments that are showing her kind of being overwhelmed by the concept of having a child, like the little like the sound stuff and the visuals and close-ups of the kids and her face, like it's all been done before. But I thought it was very like. It's simple but effective in this movie. And I also really like the segment of her imagining Skyping with her unborn child, which again is like one of those like weird asides, but I thought it was very cool.
You want to know what I thought?
What?
They were fine.
Whatever. Yes, everything is fine to you in this movie. Oh, also, shout out to the actress who plays her mother, because she's on The Good Wife, and that is by far one of my favorite shows ever.
We don't talk about TV on this pod.
I don't care. I was just watching it before we started recording this podcast. But anyway.
So fresh or rotten, man?
Fresh, absolutely. I would definitely give it a fresh. I enjoyed it. I know you think it's just fine, but I think it's a pretty good movie.
I mean, I think it's fine enough to give it a fresh as well. But, I mean, like I said, it has a saving grace of unpretentiousness. It is a pretty straightforward dramedy about parenthood in the modern age. It's not the loftiest of aspirations, but it's, like I said, it's fine. It's all right. That this movie exists is fine. It's not a world-shattering movie. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's okay. And since it was I feel like it was aiming for okay. So that's why I'm giving it a fresh.
Okay. I mean, I can settle for that.
So, what else do we do on this pod? We haven't
recommend things.
Yeah, usually. We haven't done this in a month, so I know. I'm completely lost. So I forgot to fucking hit record when we started.
Oh my god, please tell me, please.
We're recording, I assure you.
Thank Christ. Okay.
So what's your recommendation, man?
My recommendation this lovely week is it's going to be White Reindeer, which I just mentioned a few minutes ago, which is link? Also featuring Anna Margaret Hollyman as the lead actress, and I love White Reindeer. I loved it. It's a Zach Clark movie, and he's like, I don't remember how I stumbled into White Reindeer, but I ended up liking it so much that I was like, okay, well, what else has Zach Clark done? And I ended up watching his film before that, which was called Vacation, and it's honestly the most batshit fascinating thing I've seen in a long while. I'm like, I know Conrad Tao. Shout out to Conrad.
Plug.
I feel like we've done this before.
Let me just pick up that name off the floor there for a second. Yep.
Whatever. Anyway, I like coaxed him into watching it. But yeah, no, like Zach Clark's a really cool director. And White Reindeer is just like, it's this depressing ass Christmas movie. And I don't like really want to talk a ton about it, but it's just kind of like a woman trying to get over the grief of losing her husband because he died, and yeah. So that's what I'll give you, and she's super good, and it's very like dark comedy goodness, and watch it. It's awesome. Anyway, I will let you go ahead and recommend your movie now.
That is like disconcertingly on brand for you, my friend.
What's disconcertingly on brand for me? Picking like a dark comedy where a woman loses her husband?
Yeah, I mean, that is like...
And a Christmas movie to boot?
Yeah, the only thing that movie needs to be like the perfect movie for you is that it's scored by like jazz.
Oh my god, if only.
Yeah, you are in the tank for some holiday sadness, my friend.
Oh my god, I love holiday sadness. Holiday sadness is like who I exist to like that is the only reason I am alive. It's for holiday sadness.
That's fucking weird, man.
I know.
Anyway, my recommendation is not, well, it's not as much of a bummer, but it's kind of a melancholy kind of thing. It's a sports movie in that the person starring plays a sport, in this case a baseball. The name of the film is Sugar, 2008. It was directed by Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck, whom you might recognize this year from a certain movie called Mississippi Grind.
Oh my!
So yes,
I still have to watch that.
So this movie's about a Dominican kid who dreams of becoming a Major League Baseball player, and so he kind of tools around in the minors and has adventures in America, becomes a man, and discovers that the American dream ain't all it's cracked up to be.
Mm-hmm.
It stars Algenis Perez Soto as the titular character Miguel Sugar Santos, and the link is one Andre Holland, who plays a character named Johnson. And this movie actually got a better score from Roger Ebert than this movie. It got a 3.5 out of 4.
Snap.
So,
goodness.
Yeah, kind of a coming of age baseball movie. It's pretty good.
Sounds right up your goddamn alley.
It's pretty small stakes, as this movie was as well. And it's pretty good. This is not a qualified recommendation. It's been a while since I've seen this movie, but yeah, Sugar, get on it. Hold on. Let me do that again. Sugar, it's really sweet.
Wow, get away! I should hang up on you.
You there?
I wish I could.
So,
all right, whatever.
After our month-long absence, man, we got to get back into the swing of things. We got to get cracking. We got to record another podcast for a little more than 2 weeks from now. Because
sounds like a plan. What are we gonna do for that week?
Well, we'll be continuing our series of firsts, my friend, because this movie, Small Beautifully Moving Parts, is the first movie directed by a woman that we've done on the show. Next time, we're going to be doing our first anthology film.
Hooray!
And that anthology film is Aria.
Which is kind of exciting because it has a dick ton of people.
It has a lot of people
are pretty cool and or pretty divisive.
Yeah, the directors who are involved with the film:
Robert Altman, Bruce Beresford, Beresford.
I think it's Beresford.
Beresford? I don't. Whatever. Robert Altman, Bruce Beresford, Bill Bryden, Jean-Luc Godard, Derek Jarman, Frank Rodham, Nicholas Roeg, Ken Russell, Charles Sturridge, and Julian Temple.
Yeah, it's a hell of a lineup.
Yup. Loads of people. Kind of curious to see what happens.
Yeah, and we're going to be also continuing our run of short movies because this one clocks in at a cool hour and a half.
Yep, and it's all just short films, all about an aria, or each one has their own respective aria.
I think each one has their own respective aria.
Yes, each one has their own, yeah.
So, time for a couple of schmucks to cover this middlebrow attempt at highbrow entertainment.
All right.
So, plug time, I guess.
Yeah, you go ahead.
So, Juan and I run a website, Dim the House Lights. You can find it at dimthehouselights.com. There you can find all of our long-form film criticism and the long-form film criticism of several other writers, including Michelle Arf, Chris Mello, Ross Burks, and Carl Harris. If you're interested in this podcast in particular, you can go to our podcast website, which is at sitmwypodcast.tumblr.com. There you can find links to our old episodes, our RSS feed, links to our Twitter accounts, our Letterboxd accounts, and most importantly, the iTunes show page. There you can subscribe to us, give us a rating, a review. It helps us. The more people vote, the more people will know about us. If you're interested in the shit we do specifically, I'm on both Twitter and Letterboxd at Derek_G, and Juan is at both Twitter and Letterboxd at Whoa It's Juanito. That's WOAH, It's Juanito altogether. You can find some of my writing also at MontrealSchlockCity.com. That's my portfolio blog. And Juan has a gig at the Miami New Times. I think that's everything.
Yeah, I would guess so.
So this episode is pretty much in the can, and so next time, we promise, we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Woo!